police, and everything else. He mentions, Councilman Hassan mentioned that not 100% will be spent on enforcement and security. So yes, there should be additional money for improvements for the downtown.
So that's the motion that I make if we were to approve this consent item. I'd like to hear what Chief Mueller has to say as far as where the monies are spent right now and how it's divvied up. Oh, okay, Ms. Hashem, thank you.
We did add $400,000 to the budget this year. However, we did use that money to balance the budget. So if we take $400,000 or $200,000, I just want to make you aware we need to cut it somewhere else. But there is approximately, with that $400,000 that put in the budget, there's approximately $900,000 in that department, and we spent $554,000. So I just looked at the budget right now, that's why I know.
How much goes to salaries?
I'm sorry, but
How much payroll salaries or is it our figure?
probably the majority of it.
Is there a possible way, I understand what Mr. Ruzan saying, for perhaps initially having something that's maybe a sunset clause where, you know, the downtown merchants get more of it than as we go on, maybe a couple of years down the road?
Yeah, the difficulty just right now, as you know, we have a fiscal crisis with the budget, and certainly I think that we can set up even maybe possibly a special fund and, you know, split it out, whether it's 1/3, 1/2, whatever it ends up being. But that's the difficulty that we have for this current fiscal year is that money was used to balance the budget. So we will have to, you know, if we're going to take $200,000 and use it towards downtown, we just need to cut $200,000 somewhere else.
Judy, did you say 900,000 had accumulated, or?
No, that's the budget. That's what we're projecting now. We may not get 400,000. That's the chief's estimate, but it could be, you know, there's no guarantee it's going to be exactly 400,000.
So none of that money's accumulated, it's all spent?
No, in fact, year to date, it's rather low.
The 400,000 that you mentioned that was used for the budget, that was to close June 2000.
No, that's to balance fiscal year 08.
July?
Yes. Okay, before, we budgeted $400,000, an increase of $400,000. So that money was used to help balance the budget for fiscal year 08-09.
So, Councilman Zahn, I gave you the proposal starting next year. Beginning next year.
I don't have any problem with that if we start next year, you know, because this is a projected revenue, so I don't have any problem with that, no.
And that's what the resolution is. When we first presented the rate hike for meters, that was one of the examples that we gave. Is we will never be able to set aside enough money to be able to do anything with downtown unless we make a resolution and decide. So this is kind of an anchor point when we say that at least 50% of the new profits that are made from the meters will go back to downtown. As a council at budget time, you can choose obviously to spend more than the 50%. At least there will be 50% set aside no matter what that will be there to be used for upgrades for downtown. And my recommendation is starting in fiscal year 09, basically next July.
Chief, how much money now goes in from the parking goes in downtown?
Well, it depends what you call it. I mean, general fund obviously funds the parking department.
As far as, I guess, we want to use for upgrades and such, nothing. So this is money that we don't have, that we're going to have.
We also, I think, that plan that Councilman mentioned has to really identify what it is, because we're not going to do it on refacing the buildings. We're going to use it to pressure wash the sidewalks. We're going to use it to pressure wash maybe the stamped concrete that we have along with the crosswalks. We're going to use it to treat the trees, perhaps. The lighting, I think, should be covered by the other fund, right, Ralph? So maybe the lighting's not good because there's another fund for that. But I really identify how much it costs to pressure wash the alleys, the sidewalks, the crosswalks. That's about the only thing we can do.
We've actually been having a committee, downtown businessmen have been meeting with us on a regular basis, and we've been actually using their input to try and figure out what some of the priorities are. They're there every the customers' complaints or benefits of what they get from downtown. And so we wanted to hear from them and want to know what the priorities are. So we actually been working with them to try and come up with some priorities.
Well, just food for thought. Basically, if we have revenue generating, maybe we should also look at option to bring to look at possibility of bond, because we have revenues that we're generating, and based on maybe a couple of years experience, we generated some revenue. There could be some bond that we can do for maybe $5 million and put all the money at once to make it look nicer. This is an option.
And this happened, it said, right now the revenues look slight. In September, historically, we've gone back and we keep track of all the revenues that come in. In September, historically, is always a bad month for downtown, at least on the meter side. So we can pretty much gauge what happens downtown based on what the collection of the meters is. And every year, historically, September is a bad month.
Okay, well,
we can see improvements.
Okay, well, thank you. We can approve this item. I'll make a motion to approve.
To approve or remove?
No, approve.
Okay, so you have a bigger motion.
Approve the item, taking all everything that I say into consideration.
So can you restate your motion?
My motion is to basically set aside, from generated revenue from the meters, to set aside everything that is left after expenses. Basically, paying personnel and enforcement.
Pay enforcement and then whatever else to improve the...
Yes. So it could be a little more than 50%. It could be less. But I said in the first couple of years it might be a little hard until people get used to it. And, we just...
And once we identify what those...
Yes.
So it would be earmarked
Yeah,
for that.
we can't put a dollar amount there.
No, I hear you, but it would be earmarked for that. There would be no general fund. It'll be just earmarked.
Exactly.
Second.
So we have a first and a second for discussion.
Special account to be open for downtown revitalization.
We have first and second for discussion.
You want to make some comment, Mr. Bocher? Go ahead. Mrs. Bocher.
Cuando se implementó lo de los meters, que se empezó a cobrar más, yo les presenté a ustedes una carta que todavía ninguno de ustedes se la contesta, pero se la dimos en mano, solicitándoles que el 50% de lo que se recaudara de los meters iba a ser para el downtown, no para limpiar los edificios, ni para pintarlos, ni nada. Para eso hay partidos especiales que la ciudad tiene. Yo les pregunté por eso otro 50%, porque platicando con el señor Miller, con el jefe de la policía, me dijo, yo creo que está muy bien porque si el dinero viene de downtown, debe de ir parte de eso para el downtown. Y estamos trabajando semana tras semana en el comité. Yo personalmente les doy a los comerciantes una hoja y invito a las pláticas que tenemos aquí en las oficinas de la ciudad para poder implementar Calexico, para poder que se pongan baños, que se haga luz. Apenas empezamos a trabajar y tenemos bastante apoyo de parte del señor Pérez, de parte del señor Miller, de parte de la Agencia de Desarrollo. Pero sí quisiera que pensaran un poco en que sí necesitamos ese otro 50% de lo que se recaba de los miles, pero para que se vaya a una cuenta especial, no a un fondo.
Mr. Rocha, that's what we're agreeing.
Sí, ajá, pero se los quiero recordar, estoy aquí como representante del comité de Calexico y sí quisiera, ¿verdad?, que tomaran en consideración este tipo de
I think that's what we're agreeing. So we have a motion and a second.
Gracias.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? None opposed? Motion passed unanimously. So it's done. Okay. No more items on the consent agenda. Moving on to item number 11 under business items. We have the Victoria Home Committee regarding park located on Zapata Street and Clinton Avenue requested by residents of Victoria Home